I'm Chetna Lawless, and I work with Vision Voyages, shamanic work. I train shamanic practitioners, and I do shamanic healings. And I'm here with Simin Uysal, who is a dear colleague and friend. And she will be coming to the UK to share her dream Playshop. And we're taking a little time today to speak about that. Like, what is the dreaming work? And Simin is an amazing researcher and devotee to traditions from all over, but particularly of the dream work and that body of work that has existed for thousands of years. The Asclepion temples, we've had many talks about those, the dreaming temples also. Simin really works with the Anatolian myths and stories, and living in Turkey, you have it's in part of your culture, and in the West we don't really know much about that. And one of the most exciting things about working with you is hearing these ancient traditions and stories. It's just so rich, and working with you is just such a joy. So I wanted to give people a chance to kind of talk with you and connect with you about the dreaming work that you're coming to do with us. And it's quite soon. It's in the beginning, the first weekend in June. And we're coming to play and be together. And Simon's written a book about shamanic work in Turkey called Those Who See in the Dark, in Turkish. And it's a beautiful book. We'll show you the cover of that book. And she has been so immersed in these traditions. And it's just so wonderful to be able to be here with you and to have this time. So would you like to share with people what your passion is with the dream work, and what you hope to share with us when you come over? What you'd like to share with us when you come over? Anything you want to talk about?
Hi, Chetna. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really exciting for me to be coming there and sharing all of this. And when you ask me to define a dream from our point of view here, we don't see dreams as only dreams, which we can only dismiss and say it was only a dream, but we see a dream as something which takes us beyond what we already know, and where our soul speaks to us and what our soul experiences. And so it's kind of, it wouldn't be wrong to say it's a wake-up call.
Right.
Wake up, they say, and pay attention. So
it's like a journey landing on you.
Yes, and you see there are big and little dreams, and in big ones, the understanding throughout history on this land was that we either go traveling in dreams or we receive visitations in dreams. And then we travel across time, into the past, into the future, and we also travel to other dimensions of other realities. And also we receive guidance in dreams. Turkish word for dream is düş. It's also the root for to fall, to drop. So the understanding is something drops us from our guides, from high up above, and we receive this guidance, or we receive this transmission, or we receive this healing.
So many people to ask.
So that's the word.
About you, Simin. They ask me about you and your work with the dreams, and so many people say to me, "Oh, I've got this dream, but I can't understand what it means. You know, I don't know how to work with my dreams." They feel shocked, like they get the drop that you're describing, but then they can't actually break it down and open it and understand it. But with your expertise, like I've seen you decode things,
yes.
It's amazing the skills
So
that you have with that.
how can we start maybe working on with our dreams or analyzing, understanding our dreams? The first thing is to consider your feelings on waking. And these feelings might be your first and best guidance on the meaning of the dream or on the nature of the dream. Maybe they could be negative or positive, uh, urgent or important, or maybe just trivial, literal or symbolic. And then the second thing to do is to do something we call a reality check. It's quite simple. It's just you have to compare the contents of the dream with your waking life and compare the situation and behavior of your dream self with that or your everyday self. Is that clear?
Yes.
For example, like if you're running away from something in your dream, you should start by asking where you might be running away from something in your regular life. That's the reality check. And of course, as ancient Anatolian dream worker Artemidorus says, we have to ask any dream that is any part of this dream could manifest in the future. Because in dreams, we're constantly scouting ahead, and they're showing us opportunities lying ahead of us, possible futures, I mean, or challenges that lie ahead.
Right.
And if you think it could be showing an unpleasant future event or possibility, it would be possible to work with that dream to avoid that unwanted possible future.
Right.
And then I really like asking to the dream, what part of me is each of the characters are elements in the dream. But of course, at the same time, we have to remember the fact that dreams are transpersonal as well as personal. So, for example, your someone deceased from your family, like your grandfather, was in your dream, for example. It may not be only a part of you that is like your grandfather or and carries his attitudes, but it could also be your actual grandfather making a visit to you. And this is very kind of thing that happens frequently in dreams. And lastly, we can, because dream sharing on this land has been a long tradition. We share our dreams with a friend, with family, and the most important thing here is to be helpful. We never tell anyone what their dream means or what their life experience means. So we have to learn to tell our, well, every dream is a story, so we have to learn to tell our dream stories to each other simply and clearly. And then we ask each other some questions like, how were you feeling when you woke up, and could this happen in the future? And then we offer feedback, which is mutually empowering and helpful. We should say, if it were my dream, I would think about such and such, I would be curious about such and such, I would be thinking about such and such. That's the kind of thing. And of course, we have to also, in these ancient traditions, we have to act upon the dream. So taking action is important. So what action should we take? So we tend to encourage each other to take action and to bring that guidance, that energy from the dream world into our regular waking life. So these are the things we will be basically working on as part of our dream workshop. But at home, of course, if you have a dream journal, which is the most important book you can ever read on your dreams, and it will teach you the most important information about your dreams, you can keep a dream journal and start working with these steps I already talked about.
You know, it's over here, people very, you're right, they discount the dreaming. They just say, ah, it was just a dream. But so much potent information. I think people know that they're getting important messages in their dreams right now, but they don't feel they have the skill set to actually interpret them. And then, like you said, take that information and work with it. And what is the message telling you to do, and how do you step forward? And you spoke a little bit to me about dream theater. I'm wondering if you could, say a little
Yes,
something about
yes.
that.
Well, the theater has been very important in the Asclepian tradition in all over the Mediterranean. The Asclepions were like these uh, dream healing temples where people would go there on a pilgrimage because at that time, about 2000, 2,500 years ago, there were no cars and airplanes, they could say. They could travel, they had to travel there after visiting a doctor and finding no solution to their problems with the um,
Undertake this
medicine.
huge
Yes,
pilgrimage.
yes, it was a huge pilgrimage, and it could be even upon a dream they could just take that pilgrimage to an Asclepion. And one of them, the biggest one in Anatolia in Turkey, is in my birthplace in Izmir, the Asclepion of Pergamon. So they would travel there, take this pilgrimage, and they would like sleep, or like between sleep and waking, in the abaton, the sacred dormitory, I should say, of the gods, and they would ask for a healing dream. And these healing dreams could come where they were direct encounters with the healing god or one of his children or one of his familiar animals, like the dog or the snakes. And they would come or to either apply a direct healing, you know, or they would give the person a prescription or some recommendations like change your lifestyle, change your eating habits, eat this, don't eat that, you should move more, do this, and these things could happen. And they would spend many months and even some years in the healing temple to get well. So, and part of this was dream theater. They would laugh, and there were the actors and actresses, and because you see, our souls need to be entertained, and as part of honoring our dreams and the power speaking through our dreams, I always teach dream theater because we're making the dream alive. You see, being a shamanic teacher, you know this very well. Everything has a soul and everything is alive. So we come together to honor the dream, to enliven the dream. And the dreamer picks the players, and then we start playing out the dream. And at some point, if the dream is about a problem, it needs a resolution. So we could go on dreaming as a group, the dream.
Very exciting.
It is exciting and it's real fun. And once you learn it, you can do this with your family, you can do this with your friends, just for fun and for your own understanding, and also bringing the dream to a resolution.
It's so beautiful. And I'm really looking forward to you coming over and sharing these methods with us. I'm
Yes,
so grateful you're coming. And so it's the first weekend in June, and we'll be working on the Saturday, playing on the Saturday and Sunday together, with working with how to interpret our dreams, how to open them, explore them, how to method of inquiry for getting into the details of it, and then working a bit with dream theater and some other goodies. I'm also looking forward to hearing some of the stories.
Well, we will be doing more than, we will be going beyond interpreting our dreams, I have to say.
Yes.
We will take their energy and bring it to our daily lives. We will learn how to do that. And of course, this requires practice, 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 as most other things in life. But it will be a good starting point to go back and share it with your family or a dear friend, and start in a fun way to work with the dreams.
I've encountered a few people who feel like their dreaming life has more meaning than their waking life, and that their real life is in the dream time. And these are the people I've told, you're coming, and they need to, then they can bring and bridge, rather than it being a separate thing, is bridge it into their normal life so that they can bring the blessings and gifts that they feel in the dream time into this reality.
Yes, I completely agree. And in Turkey, we consider the dream world as the real world, and this world as an illusion. And I'm sure everyone's familiar with Rumi, where he says, life is a dream within a dream within a dream. So all the dream work principles we can apply to our own life events. We are going to see that too.
Simin, I'm so grateful that you took the time today to chat with me and give people a little taste of the energy of what's to come.
Oh, thank you very much for this opportunity, Chetna. I'm really looking forward to being there and sharing everything and having fun. This has so much juice for me, dreams, and I love sharing it.
Yeah, it's really great. It's really great. Oh, so it will be very soon, and I guess I'm going to be keeping a journal right next to my bed to watch my dreams. I want to say thank you, Simin, again for coming and speaking about this dream work, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you very soon and to playing with our dreams. And yeah, and maybe we can take you to some beautiful spots and do some dreaming here too.
Yes, of course. Dreaming with the land will be an honor, Chetna, and I'm really looking forward to being there and playing with you all.
Yeah, it's really a blessing. And then maybe in the future we will come and be with you in Turkey and do the dreaming.
Yes, I am. I am looking forward to that too. We can still visit the dream healing temples here and drink from the healing waters of that temple, and then do some dream work on the land where the temple is and where the goddess is.
So you will bring the goddess with you when you come, and we're so looking forward to experiencing these traditions through the perspective that you have there and enriching us. And it's my joy that you're coming here. I just also want to say, like, lots of times when I'm working shamanically, people are asking me if I'm doing Native American things from North America, and I keep saying to people, no, we have these traditions. And we just need to remember what our ancestors did. So thank you for helping us to revive these ancient European and, the Eurasian shamanic traditions that we have had. And I'm just so grateful to you for all the energy and time and the things that you're sharing. It's just beautiful. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so looking forward.
Thank you, Chetna.
Okay. All right. Bye for now.